Hello everyone, welcome to Ban This, the show where I take a look at a piece of art and make a stupid, ridiculous argument as to why some stupid, ridiculous people think it'd be a good idea to either outright ban or at least make some good choice cuts. Today, I'm looking at a documentary. Now, with this subject matter, normally this is something that I'd like to wait around, until February and make fun of Black History Month, but it's an election year. And I figured this would be a good time for that. Because this is kind of going into there. Because, this could very much be seen as, kind of a propaganda piece. Anyways, so, what could be so offensive about Uncle Tom, an oral history of the American black conservative? Well, the name of the film itself is in a group of people considered to be a bit of a derogatory term. Now, of all the things to be called, an Uncle Tom doesn't seem to be that bad. I've read Uncle Tom's Cabin, and yeah, he was a decent guy. I liked him. And to be compared to a guy like Uncle Tom, hey, it's better than being called someone else. So, anyways, yeah, this is a documentary, produced by Larry Elders, and it's got a bunch of people, some people, I guess, just the fact that Caden Sohn is here is enough to make it so that they don't want anything to do with this movie. But then there's a bunch of other ones. Larry Elders himself, and Brian Tantum, Carol Swain, so on, so forth. But yeah, the people that would be offended of this would be more on the left side of things, the ones, that think that if you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black. This is a direct response to that kind of mindset. And, it's pretty much saying, think what you want to think. Don't let things dictate just what the party is. Yeah, I think I probably made a point enough. I don't think I need to get into it too much. And there are some images here that could be deemed, kind of unsettling for some people, such as, images of lynchings, riots, people just sprawled out on the streets, all bloody, Colin Kaepernick, things like that, so. And I was surprised there is some language in here. They generally don't censor certain words much, which I was kind of surprised, since this is distributed, like Salem Now, and if you look at them, you can tell it's a very conservative, kind of Christian-based, distributor of, like mostly documentaries. They have one fictional film that I can tell that sounds absolutely terrible. I don't want to watch it. It just sounds terrible, but still definitely fitting with a very, very conservative, go right along with pure flicks that fit right together pretty well. So, yeah. Some people, gotta think the way you gotta think. No other exception. This is trying to go against that narrative of your identity dictating who you support. So, yeah, thought police on the left, you're not going to like this film. Anyways, what do I actually think of this movie? Well, if I were to compare this to something like Accidental Courtesy, this is fine, it's interesting. I enjoyed it enough. But it's definitely nowhere near as milquetoast fencing down the line of what Accidental Courtesy. This is very much a right-leaning movie, and it definitely can be seen as propaganda for like the Republican Party, which is kind of why I decided to do it now instead of waiting until February, because right now it's more relevant and trying to get some, it just made more sense to me. It's cool to listen to the people's stories one after another, and then, interspersed with each other, and you see some people, doing their regular daily lives while they're telling their stories. Like there's one of the guys in here, he's a construction worker or something like that. So we see him doing his stuff, and he's talking in the background about how he's constantly berated, and for, deciding that he doesn't want to vote for the Democrats anymore. I found it interesting that the film is mainly shot in black and white. I think that's supposed to be a kind of a interesting little thematic thing, black and white. Haha, get it? So yeah, this is something I would definitely say check out. This was brought attention to me from Adam Krigler of Adamcast IRL. He's the one that really brought this to my attention. So I was like, all right, sounds interesting. This guy recommends it. I'm sure it'll be fine. So I grabbed my own copy of it, popped it in, and now I'm making my video about it. So yeah, directed by Justin Malone. Anything else I want to say about this? If you are more right-leaning, this is very much just going to be some confirmation bias. If you're more on the left, then I could recommend this. Try to help get some different perspectives, help see where some are come from and why they are thinking in the way they are thinking. Not going to expect it to win anyone over necessarily, but it might make you think a little bit. And thinking is good. The more you think, the better off you can be. So yeah, that's about it for this one. Whew. I've been talking a lot less about this one than I did with Daryl Davis. I cannot believe I rambled on about it as long as that film did. This went much quicker. But yeah, it's something to check out. But it's definitely has its agenda, and that may turn off some people, but I'm still going to recommend it. Well, that's about it for this one. So I will see you in the next one. So, you can check out this and all the other videos I got on BitChute. That's about the only other real old platform that I use consistently. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So take care. God bless.